Okay, a very good morning children. Children, in the previous class I discussed few problems on your parallel lines. Let us discuss few more problems of the same chapter, that is parallel lines. Look at, there is a question. Suppose you see, you are given ABCD is a quadrilateral. Quadrilateral, you know what is a quadrilateral? Any polygon having, any closed polygon having four sides. Okay, a polygon closed by four sides is known as a quadrilateral. Square, rectangle, parallelogram, rhombus, kite, etc. These are all particular type of or special type of quadrilaterals. Okay. Now here we are given, suppose ABCD I am writing here. What is given? We are given ABCD is a quadrilateral. Okay. Quadrilateral means having four sides. Okay. And what else is given? It is also given that all the angles are equal. Angle A equal to angle B equal to angle C equal to angle D. These are given. Okay. So you are given ABCD is a quadrilateral and all the four angles. Each of the angle of this quadrilateral is equal. Okay. So that means angle A, angle B, angle C, angle D are equal. Okay. So what we need to show or what we need to prove? We have to prove that AB parallel to DC. You see, we have to prove that AB parallel to CD and AD parallel to DC. Look at AD parallel to DC. That means we have to prove that opposite sides, each pair of opposite sides of this quadrilateral, AB and DC parallel and AD and DC parallel. How to show or how to prove? See children, this particular question can be proved in many ways. Okay, one of the ways I am saying, let us see. So let us come to the proof part. We can prove it in this manner. See, as we are given all the four angles equal, we can use the angle sum property of quadrilateral. Like angle sum property of triangle, in a triangle sum of the measures of all the three interior angles is 180 degrees. Similarly, in a quadrilateral there are four angles, and what is the sum of the four angles? I hope you must be knowing. It is 360 degrees. If we measure the four angles of any quadrilateral and if we add, its geometrical proof is also there, but at present we have to just apply the concept. Okay. So the sum of four angles of any quadrilateral is always 360 degree or four right angles. Okay, that concept we can use here. Okay, since ABCD is a quadrilateral, you see, angle plus A plus angle B plus angle C plus angle D will be 360 degree. Why? What is the reason? The reason is angle sum property of quadrilateral. Okay. This is the reason, angle sum property of quadrilateral, that the sum of all the four interior angles will be equal to 360 degree. But we are given, you see, each angle equal. Angle A equal to angle B equal to angle C equal to angle D. Look at, this is given. So if each angle is equal and their sum is 360 degree, so definitely each angle will be equal to how much? 360 divided by 4. Therefore, you see, each angle means angle A, angle B, angle C and angle D. So each angle will be 360 by 4, that is 90 degree. That means angle A, therefore we can say that angle A, angle B, angle C and angle D, each angle is 90 degree. Okay. So we proved that each angle is 90 degree, but our aim is to prove that AB parallel to CD and AD parallel to DC. Let us see how. Now see children, if angle A and B, look at, angle A and B both are 90 degree, you see. Now if A and B 90 degree, then their sum will be how many degree? A plus B, it will be 90 plus 90, that is 180 degree. Okay. Now if A plus B is 180 degree, now clearly look at the line AB, see, this line AB, line segment AB, it joins your AD and BC. Look at. What I mean to say children, here AB will be the transversal because it is a transversal line, because AB is joining AD and BC. Okay. Since AB joins AD and BC, no doubt AB is the transversal. Okay. And what about A plus B? A plus angle B. It is 180 degree. It is 180 degree. So angle A plus angle B is 180 degree and AB is a transversal joining AD and BC. Okay. So we know that if the sum of a pair of interior angles lying on the same side of transversal is supplementary, then AD and BC are parallel. So we can apply this logic to prove that AD and BC are parallel. So what will be my next step? My next step will be, see, I got each angle how many degree? 90 degree. Therefore, I can say that A plus B equal to your 90 plus 90, that is 180 degree. Okay. But you see, but angle A and B, you see, angle A and B lie on same side of AB, same side of transversal AB. Okay, so A and B, A plus B is 180 degree, but angle A and B they lie on the same side of transversal AB. So therefore AD parallel to BC. This is one proof, you see. So what is the region? The region will be, since a pair of interior angles lying on the same side of transversal is supplementary. So the second one you can apply similar logic. You can write directly, or similarly you see. Here we proved AD parallel to BC. Now what is our aim? The other aim is we have to prove AB parallel to CD. Now to prove AB parallel to CD, you can take either angle A, angle D, or you can take angle B and C. Any one pair you can consider. See, angle A is how many degree? 90 degree. And what about angle D? It is also 90 degree. That means angle A plus D. So we can write similarly, or we can proceed in a similar manner. See. So, similarly, angle A plus angle D equal to 90 plus 90. It is 180 degree. But what angles are A and D? But angle A and D, but they are, you can write they are, but these are co-interior angles. You see, angle A and D are consecutive interior angles with transversal AD, Therefore, so if angle A plus D is 180 degrees, so definitely AB and CD must be parallel. Therefore, AB parallel to CD. See. So AB parallel to CD. See. In this way we can prove. Once again I am saying, after you got each angle, after you got the measure of each angle, angle A, angle B, angle C, angle D 90 degree, you simply add angle A and B. A plus B is 180 degree. But you see, angle A and B, they form a what angle? A pair of what angles? Consecutive interior angles. And they form a pair of consecutive interior angles with which transversal? With the transversal line AB. So, if A and B form a pair of consecutive interior angles whose sum is 180 degree. Okay. So, definitely AD and CB will be parallel. Because we know that if a pair of co-interior or consecutive interior angle is 180 degree, then the lines are parallel. Similarly, to show, you see, to show AB parallel to CD, you can take angle A plus angle D or angle B plus angle C. Angle A plus angle D is also 90 plus 90, 180. So if A plus D 180, but they form a pair of what angles? They form a pair of consecutive interior, or they lie on the same side of the transversal AD. So definitely AB and CD will be parallel. So in this way, you can prove that if each angle of a quadrilateral is equal, then the opposite, both pair of opposite sides are parallel. Okay, children, I hope you must have understood. Let us discuss another question so that the chapter will come to an end. Okay, we have discussed so many problems in this chapter. Let us discuss another one. Let us discuss another question of this chapter so that this chapter parallel lines will come to an end. Okay. See, suppose you are given a figure. This is a figure problem. See, suppose you are given a figure like this. Capital M, you see. Suppose this line is your AB. This line is your PQ. Look at. This angle is given 59 degree. 59 degree. This angle is again given 59 degree. Okay. Now, this angle is Y. How to find the value of Y? See. So, what is the question? The question is, you see, AB parallel to PQ. See, we are given AB parallel to PQ. Look at. AB parallel to PQ. And this angle 59 degree, this angle also 59 degree. So, how to find this angle? Y? How to find the measure of Y? Let us see. Okay, now to find the measure of Y, we can draw a parallel. See, this is angle Y. We can draw a parallel through this point. See, suppose draw a parallel line L. Suppose draw a parallel line L. Draw a line L parallel to both AB and PQ. See, we have to draw this. We have to construct something. Okay. So, to find the value, our aim is to find the value of this angle, the total angle, that is Y. To get the value of Y, you draw a line parallel to AB and PQ. Suppose the name of the line is L. Okay. Now see children, if L is parallel to AB and L is parallel to PQ, see, if L is parallel to AB, then this angle 59 degrees. Suppose this is angle 1, this is angle 2. Now angle Y, look at, the total angle is Y. The whole angle has been divided into two parts. When we draw a parallel L to both AB and PQ, this angle will be divided into two parts. Let the two parts be angle 1 and 2. Okay. Now see children, since L is parallel to AB, this line and this line parallel and this is the transversal. Look at angle 1 and 49 degree. They form what angle? They form a pair of your alternate interior angles. So they must be equal. Angle 1 must be equal to 59 degree because angle 1 and 59 degree, they form a pair of alternate interior angles. So what will I write? I have to write, draw L parallel to AB parallel to PQ. This is the construction. Without construction we cannot solve this one. We cannot find the value of this angle, that is Y. Okay, which is equal to Y. We cannot find. See. So draw a line L parallel to both AB and PQ. Now since L is parallel to AB, since L is parallel to your AB, therefore angle 1 and 59 degree, they must be equal. Angle 1 will be equal to 59 degree. Why? Because they form a pair of alternate interior angles. So region you write down, since alternate interior angles. Similarly, your L is parallel to PQ. L parallel to PQ. Therefore, angle 2, look at, angle 2 and 59 degree. They also form a pair of alternate interior angles. So angle 2 equal to 59 degree. The same region, alternate interior angles. Now angle 1 is 59 degree, angle 2 is 59 degree. You want to find Y. So what will you do? You will add angle 1 and 2. Just add angle 1 and 2. You will get the value of Y. Therefore, Y will be equal to angle 1 plus angle 2. That is 59 plus 59, which will be 180 degree. So in this way, you can find the value of Y. Children, I hope you must have understood this problem. Okay, these are some of the problems given in a book which I discussed. There are still many more problems on parallel lines. So it is not possible to discuss all these things. We will discuss later. Children, I hope whatever I discussed on parallel lines, the theory part as well as the problem part, you must have understood, and you will be able to solve any kind of problems or questions that come in the exam on parallel lines. Okay. So with this we came to the end of the chapter parallel lines, and we will discuss some new chapter, particularly understanding quadrilateral, which is a very, very important chapter in the next class. Okay. I hope whatever I discussed, children, you must have understood. Okay. Thank you.